Welcome to Loot Shooter Weekly. Our weekly stream, we cover the major loot shooters. Tonight we're covering Borderlands 3. Some weeks we cover Division 2. And some weeks we cover Destiny 2, although very rarely because we just don't love that game as much. Tonight I'm joined, as usual, by the Golden Voice of Gaming, the one and only Negan Killjoy.
Hello, everybody. Yes. How's it going? How you doing tonight, Burt?
I'm doing good, Ghost. Or Negan. I'm doing good, Negan. We're also joined by Ghostmaker.
Yes.
Self-described totally average gamer. And tonight we're actually going to... How are you doing, Ghost? We should ask you how you're doing.
Well. No, I'm doing good. Thanks.
That's good.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday, right?
It's Friday.
You're doing
and
even a bad Friday
for everybody, right?
Yep, all day.
Friday for everyone. So tonight we're actually covering Borderlands 3 because it's got a significant patch this week, balancing pass patch, and it got an update in terms of downloadable content. And so we're going to tap into that a little bit tonight. We attempted to last night, and of course I had not downloaded it, which was not great. But we, obviously
had some technical difficulties.
We had a few technical difficulties, and we made the switch this week to Twitch, and we are typically Mixer streamers, but Mixer's going away, so we're doing Twitch. We talked a little bit about some of the changes from the balancing pass. The Hellshock has become OP as all get out. We're actually going to show you right now something else that's become real OP, which is Iron Bear. Iron Bear has become probably going to have to get nerfed. Yeah, disgusting OP.
Yeah. It's gonna get nerfed. It has.
It's gonna have to get nerfed. It's so broken at the moment.
Yeah. When you see how fast this goes, you'll agree with us that this needs to get nerfed.
Oh, I've seen some videos. My thing is leave it where it's at and let's buff everything else.
Let's have some fun, right? That's what I'm saying.
Let's have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But before we do that, let's have our other discussion. The other part of this is every week we review some beers, typically craft brew. Not to be overly hipster, but we'll do 1 week where we do trash beers. But this week we're doing craft brews again. I think you said, Negan, you were going on a beer run today. Did you do that?
I did go on a beer run today, and the problem with that is I had quite a few beers to choose from, so I basically blindly picked one that I'm testing tonight. Actually, it's not entirely blind because it's called Free Kittens.
Oh, nice.
And as you know, my wife is a cat person, so I figured it was an appropriate one. But even more interesting, I think this is what they call an adjunct lager because it is brewed with 25% puffed jasmine rice. So I think
that is an adjunct lager.
That's what makes it adjunct. Yep. So I'm curious because I like jasmine rice. I like lagers, and they describe this one as goes down so easy it'll be gone before you know it. And it's by Berryessa Brewing out here in California, just about an hour or so north of the Bay Area. By Lake Berryessa. So that's what I'm trying tonight. It's called Free Kittens. So we're doing that.
Probably will go down nice and easy. Adjunct lagers do tend to go down nice and easy.
Yes, and
I have no words for this.
There's a lot there to take in there, isn't there, Ghost? You just don't know what to do with it. So since we know what I'm doing, what's Ghost doing? I'm sure you're doing some fancy beer out of West Virginia somewhere, right?
I'm sorry.
Am I close?
I'm a little simpler. I'm doing some Johnny Walker Black.
Johnny Walker Black. Ghost is a man of consistency. I will give him that. He is consistent.
Right.
And
I think my kids do have some Angry Kitten beer.
Ooh, Angry Kitten beer. That'd be more of a dark ale.
Or whatever kind of kitten you're drinking there.
I think Free Kittens.
Free Kittens.
Free Kittens, yes.
Free Kittens.
They've got some of that.
And what's Burt doing tonight?
Oh man, I said last night I did Allagash White, another classic craft brew, one that I'd had been a while. I'm doing another one that's been a long time since I've had it, but we've talked about it on stream before, which made me go buy it, and it's Rogue's Dead Guy Ale. Dead Guy Ale. And it is described as A Malbec style ale with robust malt profile and a sweetness that's balanced by the liberal use of bittering hops.
So Malbec
Pairs
means
well.
it's going to be like an amber?
Yeah, I think it'll be a darker beer. It says it pairs well with grilled asparagus, barbecue ribs, and pecan pie.
Oh, there you go. Lost you at asparagus, got you back with the ribs, and may have lost you again with pecan pie. I don't know which are pecan pie or not.
I like pecan pie. I don't know that I'd drink a beer with it. And I'm also drinking a homebrewed iced tea. So I've got that going tonight. Skipping out on the LaCroix. Like I brewed it at home. A big jug of sun tea. I'm enjoying some of that tonight.
I will say this: the other night I had a Voodoo Ranger IPA.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard those are supposed to be pretty good.
They are good.
Did you lose a bet? Did you lose a bet?
A little bit of a wheat allergy.
Ooh, that might not be good with beers.
I can have a beer or maybe 2 beers, but if I go over that, I start sneezing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. You definitely should not have the Allagash White that I had last night, since that's.
I think I'm going to have to go with what Captain Picard drank.
What did he drink?
Was it Angry Orchard or Red's Apple Ale? It was.
Oh yeah, Angry Orchard.
That it?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, boys. I'll be back. Just give.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, ciders are good too.
Cider's a good one. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go upstairs here, and I'm gonna just ask that both Ghost and Negan actually don't shoot anything.
Not gonna shoot anything. We're gonna watch.
Don't shoot anything, and we're gonna show you how broken Iron Bear is real quick. He might have.
Shoot something, Negan. No, I'm here.
So let's go.
Oh, you're gonna want to come upstairs and see this.
Yeah, I was waiting on Negan.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm also trialing the Elite 2 controller.
Nice, man. I've been wanting to get
Happy
that.
Father's Day.
So I hopped into my Iron Bear and I hopped out. I got Auto Bear on, and my Iron Bear and me are just going to annihilate Gigamind here. This is scaled for 3, just a reminder.
Whoop,
right.
Whoops, sorry, I'm just used to saying that.
Hey, now. All the splash damage being caused by his freaking...
Look at that.
Yeah, that went me down.
Yeah, so it does some work. I'll have to pick Negan up here. He's getting hurt by all the splash damage.
Little splash damage, yep.
So that's with them not shooting at all. Yeah, it's fun, but it
that's pretty fast. That is a fast kill for Gigamind.
Stupid. When I'm in here by myself, I can almost one-shot him.
Yeah, I don't think that took much longer than it took when you and I were running earlier. With the 3 of us right now, I think it took about the same amount of time.
About the same amount, yeah.
I think you shot your gun more than you did before, though.
I did. I had to shoot my gun a little bit more than I normally did. But, yeah, so the Iron Bear's gotten a serious buff, and people are actually running full-on Iron Bear builds now with no...
And honestly, deservedly so, I'll say, because of all the stuff that Iron Bear has been through. It deserves at least a little bit, if not full term.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, agreed.
Absolutely. And you know what the funny thing is, like, Moze at times has been the best Vault Hunter in the game. The early, months of this game at endgame, Moze was the most viable Vault Hunter back in the days before they buffed everyone else. And they nerfed Moze. And so she's not really been in a good spot. Hence the fact I usually run Amara, because Moze has not been in a good spot. The only thing she's really had going for her the last patch, since the last couple patches, has been the fact that it's probably easiest to run a 5150 build with her, which is nice. That allows you to take advantage of, which is what I'm running here. I'm running a Bloodletter comm with a Deathless artifact, which allows you to really effectively run way under 50% health. But other than that, that really relies on you having some really good 5150 guns, which, I do, and that has worked out okay. But at no point has Iron Bear ever been viable. So that's like a new thing. There was a little period of time where if you had all the right gear at the end of Mayhem 1.0, maybe the last month of Mayhem 1.0, you could make an Iron Bear build work. But it wasn't really strong, and you had to have a very specific comm, and you had to have some pretty specific weapon anointments to make it solid. This is, I'm running level 57 guns here. I'm not even running level 60 guns. I'm not running a level 60 shield. I'm not running, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, right, yeah, definitely 57 doing some work. And you had said that it's not even optimized for the new buff that you're running. You don't have the right skills necessarily in for it, so you could even melt stuff much faster as well. It's got a lot of growth for you, right?
If I wanted to switch over and run, I do actually have a decent Raging Bear comm. I could do that, right? I could throw that on, and then I could run that build instead, and I would run an actual Iron Bear build, meaning that would be my go-to thing, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll do that. This is just allowing Auto Bear to do its thing, and I could probably make that stronger than it is today too, if I wanted to. So, I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's going to help us out in the new content, right? Oh, it's actually I have a Bear Trooper. That's why I have a reinforced Bear Trooper.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Negan and I are just going to sit back and watch. Sure, help us out.
Oh, you better not. I will.
Yeah, I don't have the attention span for that, Ghost. You know that.
All right,
yeah, I need to start looking more in Zane stuff again. All right. So anyway,
so we're going to start the new. We're going to start the new DLC here.
Right. Going blind, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't even looked at I haven't looked at any videos. I haven't read anything about it. We're going completely blind. This could be good or bad.
I think it'll be good. So we got to navigate to Gehenna. Interesting. That's the Hebrew word for hell. Yeah.
A little bit of trivia for both.
Yeah. There's
which makes sense since we're going after the Devil Riders.
Yeah. So Gehenna is where we're going, and I go after the Devil Riders. See how that goes. I'm sure we'll have to use the drop pod here. Best guess.
Yeah, I'm down there waiting. Vestige. So speaking of the buffs and stuff like that, just in case people weren't around last time we discussed, or the technical difficulties we had, was that it gave you the 3-point upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And we both were before it happened, we both were saying that the game was going to be put to the side if they did that to us again. But it may not be that case. One, for me at least, it's the DLC that is keeping the game alive right now. I think if it was only a 3-point buff, it would have been not a huge deal and kind of annoying that it destroyed those guns. And it's taken away the OPQ.
It is.
Right, a little bit.
It is. Well, I mean, it's not taking it away, but it's definitely gonna, hurt it.
There'll be better options at some point, for sure.
There will be better options at some point. Although, if you want, Negan, I can drop a consecutive hits cost-effective optimized Q system for you at level 60.
How'd you get one at level 60? Oh,
because it's in this vending. The Q.
Oh, the Q. No, I want OPQ, man. OPQ. Think so.
All right, suit yourself, buddy.
It's all good. I'll get through. I've got a therapist, session waiting early next week for this stuff, so we're good. We'll be fine. I'll drink my beer. I'll be quiet.
I think I have not found this because of all the other adjustments. I have not found that I'm struggling even with my level 57 weapons. And again, you and I talked about this last night. I think for all of us, we have pretty maxed out loadouts. I mean, almost every, for example, every Chaos I'm running is a 2x 5150. I have one in every element. Even my old Hell Shocks were putting out damage. I'm slowly replacing them. Had a bunch of 8x Monarchs with a whole bunch of anointments on them. I mean, those are still turning in work. I talked about last night, the No Pew Pew got a buff, and so, though it's level 57, it's stronger than it was before. I think somebody in their menu. Oh, it says one or more players do not have the destination add-on content installed. Kind of morose, Negan.
He really kind of is. Indeed, the bounty drew me here. Just keep expecting at some point to start saying, "Oh, bother."
I know. Yep.
The one thing I dislike they make us do is when they do this follow the character type thing.
Oh,
I understand
so annoying,
story development, but at the same time, it's a little annoying.
They still do things in this game very old school in a lot of regards.
I mean, by the time I get this installed, the Iron Bear won't be meta anymore.
That's right. They would have nerfed meta.
No, they better not
Nerf
do that. They better not have done that. I will be upset.
Big old dinosaurs.
15%. So.
Damn, what gun is that? The rain and death like that. Holy crap.
Oh, that's a grenade.
Oh, gotcha.
Rain firestorm. So here's interesting, right? Like Abaddon, who we're fighting there, is the biblical Greek word for hell.
Okay. So with the Devil Riders, so the theme, I'm sensing the theme here. I'm just putting it out there.
Biblical words for hell. Yep.
Must be some sort of different words and stuff for hell. So that's apparently where we're at. All right, good to know.
There it is. Yeah.
And everything's called devils and stuff like that. So yeah, totally makes sense.
The Gehenna, like if you want a little more, we get on a little biblical history, but Gehenna was used to describe. Outside of Jerusalem, there's a valley called the Kidron Valley. And the Kidron Valley was where they threw all their trash and they burned it. But as well, so the cultures that the Israelites conquered were, like if you go back and read like 1st, 2nd Kings or Chronicles, the cultures they were capturing or conquering there had a lot of weird practices. One of which was Baal worship, which is where our term Beelzebub, the devil, comes from. And your worship of him, like required piece of worship for him, was to sacrifice your firstborn in a fire in the Kidron Valley. So when the Israelites overtook Jerusalem, they called that valley hell, and that valley was known as Gehenna. But today it's then and today it's the Kidron Valley.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, fun facts with Burt tonight. Fun facts with Burt.
Fun facts with me. But I mean, you can go look. You can go look. Bible, no Bible. You can go look up the history of those cultures. And their weird practices. There's pretty good documentation on it, and a lot of good archaeological evidence on it too. So there you go. But I mean, if they're going to use all biblical names for hell, then
makes sense.
I got to call it out.
There you go. Got to call it out for sure.
Got to call it out.
Oh, her devil got hit. That happened. Oh, shizzle. She is cold. The lesson around now we just learned is don't break your leg around her, apparently.
Don't go down on her. She'll probably just shoot you in the head.
Yeah. She'll
not finish you off.
Yeah, she's not going to be reviving allies at all. Damn.
Are your racks attacking us?
Oh. There are scourges at the top of us. Oh, you know it. My racks were attacking us, so you'd know it, buddy.
Or would I?
Yeah, you'd know it.
Would I already be dead? Is that what
you'd
you're
already be dead? Iron Bear or not, they would take your ass out.
Who's got a cool pet now, Negan? Who's got a cool pet now?
Twice the grit of sandpaper. That makes us really rough.
We're rough.
In this case, I hunt for cold hard cash. There we go. There we go.
Nice man bun.
Yeah, you like that? He does realize those are out of style now, right?
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, nice.
How's the download coming, Ghost?
Ooh, it's going so well. He's not even talking to us anymore about it.
I know.
Like, I'm out, boys. If it's not going to download the way it should, I'm done.
I'm just saying, it's not moving along that quick. Let's put it that way.
Right. It is kind of a slow start to it.
Well, no slower than mine, but
that's true. That's true. You win.
That's very true.
First world problems, and hopefully our one watcher will understand that.
Yeah, it happens. It happened to us last night.
Yeah, it does.
It happens.
And like I said, I've been reading a couple different places. That was the one thing I did read about installing and stuff. That it does have some goofiness around it.
But I will say the Elite controller is all that it's cracked up to be. My son has the Elite one, and there's a big difference. He's played them both, and he said he sees a huge difference in responsiveness and battery life.
Really?
Well, not so much the huge difference in battery life, but responsiveness, the feel. I guess he can't explain it. He said the feel. I haven't played with his controller much, but what I can say is it's a huge difference over the regular Xbox controller. Once you can get your mind programmed to the paddles.
Right. I have a one, and it's like my fourth. I've returned 3 others ahead of it because they all developed like horrible stick drift very early on with them.
Yeah. He doesn't have any of that issue.
They address in the newest one.
He doesn't have that issue with his one, and he's played it a lot. But the difference is so great for him that he's asked me if he could spend his own money to get an Elite 2. But I'm going to dip off here and let you guys have it. Hopefully it'll be at a point like it usually is that says you can start now, and if it does, I'll jump back on comms, but I'm not going to interrupt your all's gameplay.
All right.
Okay.
So have at it.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
You want to do a review of stuff we've drank or before you drop off comms in case?
I've still been drinking Johnny Walker Black, and it's still what it always is, like the best, in my opinion, Scotch, save maybe Macallan, that you can get. Humble opinion.
I'm not a big Scotch drinker, but I'm not going to disagree with you either. I know everyone I know who is a big Scotch drinker loves Walker Black.
I'll have to try it someday because I'm not a big Scotch fan myself, so I have to try one that's good and see what it tastes like. Well,
that's fair. If you don't like Scotch, then that's okay. But if you like Scotch and don't like
you have to Black, then you're broken. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's, I've got both of my brother-in-laws are big Scotch drinkers. 2 of my 3 brother-in-laws, I should say, are big Scotch drinkers, and both of them, it's Johnny Walker Black is to them what Buffalo Trace would be to me. I mean, I just don't drink a lot of hard liquor, but if I drank bourbon a lot, and I'd be more inclined to do bourbon. I love Buffalo Trace. It's like if I'm gonna have a bottle of bourbon around, that's what I'm gonna have around. And,
good choice.
For them, it's the same thing with Walker Black and Scotch. It's like there isn't really another. If you've got that around, you've got all the Scotch you need. They'll do other ones for funsies, but always have a bottle of Walker Black around. So.
All right. Well, good. Glad you're enjoying your drink there, Ghost. Okay, now you can, if you want to leave us alone, you can go and go off comms if you want. Miss you, man.
So what are you thinking about, how are you feeling about the Western-themed Emmys? Kind
of different. Kind of not really noticing any big difference between the other bad enemies yet. Of course, I have the volume turned down a little bit, so I'm not picking up on the accents and stuff, so that might be part of it.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of Western sounding language, but you've got I do like the blend. I will say, I think the blend is pretty cool. There's, again, there's that very Eastern feel from the music mixed with a very Western feel from the, visuals, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah, no, they did a good job. The visuals are definitely Western. I got that for sure. Yeah, they do. So I will give them credit, regardless of what their patches do and their bad installs and stuff like that. When they do an environment, they do it pretty well. They definitely invest some time into it, making sure it's consistent and you get the definite feel from it. It's like its own character. And, I'm using my OPQ, so it's still doing work. Still working for me. Not as much as your Iron Bear as you nuke everybody.
Yeah, sorry. I mean...
That's all right. I get a shot in
like, sorry, not sorry, but...
Sorry, not sorry. Exactly.
Sorry, not sorry. I mean...
Oh, wait, a legendary. Let's see what that is. It's a gun. Sleeping Giant. When sliding. Ugh.
Oh, you love it.
Well, supposedly for Zane builds, I've mentioned it before, there's a sliding Zane build that everybody runs. I just don't run it yet. I don't have the rhythm down to run a sliding build. I hope I sense bad guy happening.
Ooh, it's our character.
But she was just nice to us a second ago. She helped us find the town and everything.
What do you think? She's a siren?
I'm guessing at some point. Hell of a shot, though. Give her that. And stops bleeding just like that. That's magical. I will also say they don't have a problem having strong female characters.
They do not. My guess is that's a giant dinosaur egg, monster egg.
Some sort of devil's going to come out of this, you think?
I think so. I think they're taking it with them, though. I really like the narration. Well, so we did the first mission here, and I think we'll review our beers and cut it after the first mission in terms of the stream tonight. So, before we do, again, thoughts. I'm loving the music. I'm loving the environment is awesome. The narrator's cool. I had heard that this was a little bit of a blend of the Magnificent Seven and some of those kind of Western movies, and it definitely has that vibe to it, right?
Yes.
Which is really cool, and I like that.
Magnificent Seven and the Seven Samurais or something like that was the Eastern influence that they were talking about?
Yep. And so many of those movies, right, have that. I mean, so many of those Westerns are retellings of Far Eastern stories. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it seems really cool to me. I'm liking it. And my dead guy ale's already gone, so I obviously like that. That's actually that is a good beer. There's a reason that's a classic. There's a reason.
I was gonna say you went in knowing you're probably gonna like it. You hadn't had it for a while, and it improved on your recommended or your remembrance of it as well. So there you go. Nice.
It's probably been 10 years since I've had one, and now I'm like, man, can't believe that hasn't been in my regular rotation.
No kidding. Did you get a Lucy version of it, or did you have to buy a 6-pack?
I did. Yeah,
nice.
I got a Lucy. But it's now I wish I had a 6-pack. So there you go.
Good.
Yeah. How about you?
Mine was really, really good. It lived up to its name. That it goes down so easy, it'll be gone before you know it. It goes down really easy. It's really good. I'm sad I only have one of these as well, because this is a nice, easy drinking lager. Rice
those adjuncts. Yeah. There's a reason it shares its adjunctness with Budweiser, who uses rice as their adjunct. So there's a reason people drink Budweiser. It goes down easy.
Yeah,
right?
It doesn't taste like how I remember Budweiser tasting like, though. So there's that.
Probably not. I'm not accusing you of being a Bud Light fan. Horchata's not here. He's the Bud Light fan. Bud Light Lime. Right. And Zima. He loves his Zima. So there's
absolutely.
That. But I wasn't accusing you of that.
Okay, good. I was a little concerned. Although one of these times we have to test our beer snobbery and see if those taste as poor as I remember.
Oh, I'm gonna do Schlitz one of these weeks.
I did do Lucky Lager a couple weeks ago.
You do some Strohs, Schlitz, Dixie,
Pabst,
whatever.
PBR. Yep.
See, PBR is so hipster though. I can't do that. That you have to sport a man bun and wear.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I can't now.
The curled
and not shower for a few days.
Right. Yeah, I can't handle that. Not shower.
I already have that down. I shower once a month whether I need it or not. So
Oh, so good. But yeah, I mean, everything but PBR is on the table. Bad beer wise, you can do anything you want as long as it's not PBR. Stroh's is an excellent choice, by the way.
I'd probably throw out Steel Reserve too.
Yeah, no Steel Reserve.
Not.
That's a different. No Ice level. House. That's no Beast Ice. None of that. I mean, like old school.
Ice House was my beer in college.
Yeah, it's everybody's beer in college. That's the thing. Really, really, really cheap. Get very, very drunk very fast. I was more thinking like the classics, the old school classics. we should do. Stroh's was an excellent.
20
See, when
years.
I think of the classics, I think of Hamm's, Pabst, Schlitz, Coors Banquet, Dixie, Olympia, Lone Star. Those are the kind of the Yinling. Those are classic. Yeah, those are classic old school beers from way back in the day. So many of them aren't around anymore, but all of those ones I know you can still get. So
Yeah,
we'll have to do a night where we do those.
Yeah, what I did a couple
Lucky,
of weeks ago, the Lucky Lager.
Yep.
Because Pabst has bought up all those recipes and they're bringing them all back and stuff like that. So, absolutely.
Yeah. Lucky's a good choice on that one. Yeah, so we'll have to do that some night. Let's see how bad it is.
I didn't say it was a good choice. It's a choice. My wife's enjoying the hell out of it, but I did not. So, all right, cool. We know what we're doing in the next few weeks. Got to go out and get the old school beers.
Old school beers. So that sounds good. So, so thanks for joining us. And by next week, Ghost will have his downloaded.
At the rate I'm going, probably by next week, I will.
By next week. We'll hope.
That's right.
Next week, we'll hope that'll be done. And we'll get him in here and get his opinions and thoughts on it. And we're going to do some more farming. And hopefully we'll have some new guns to talk about by next week. And yeah, we'll go from there. So Negan will give us our usual send-off. And we'll see you next week.
All right. And to everybody else, thanks for joining us. And, see ya.